Hi everyone, I'm just coming on here now to make a very short video. I wanted to show you guys something. I'm curious how many of you are familiar with Roger Zelazny's The Chronicles of Amber. This is all 10 books. It's a 5-book series. It's not a 10-book series. It's 5-book series, all in one book. This is a giant book that you can buy and get all 10 in one, or you can buy them individually. But if you are familiar with this, and if this is a, whoops, as my phone tries to fall over, if you are a big fan of this, this is my favorite fantasy fiction ever written. And if you are a big fan of this, I would love it if you would read my books or just listen to my narration on my YouTube channel. You don't have to buy the books. Just to get some feedback, I'd like to know if you like the story or not. Now, you have to go through book 1 before you get to book 2. This is book 2, and this is the one that I'm most interested in, The Caves of Ordered Randomness, and I'm going to show you why. If you are a fan of Roger Zelazny's Chronicles of Amber, I basically brought Amber into my story. I love that book so much that I wanted to do this, and I didn't know if it was going to work. For me, it worked. My guess is Zelazny fans will either love what I did or hate what I did. I'm guessing there won't be much in between. And I want to know if where you fall on that, whatever you want to call it. Where do you fall on that? Do you like it or not? And I'm always looking for constructive criticism, positive or negative, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. And I'm just thinking, I think you would be curious to know exactly how did I bring Amber, Corwin and Amber into the story. Actually, I did more than just Corwin and Amber. Just going to show you one line, and then I'm going to show you a couple titles. So here in the book, Ilana says, can I make sure we got this here? Looking at Yolo with a smile on her face, so the paladin's name is Corwin. Is he a prince of Amber? And Yolo, smiling back now, oh, so you've read that book too, have you? Well, I'm not saying any more about who or what Corwin is, but that book did inspire me a little. So, obviously you're able to read more there if you wanted to, if my hand wasn't in the way. But I just wanted to show you a couple titles in book 2 that I'm hoping will interest you. So this is chapter 8, the next chapter, where Ilana just said that to Yolo, and those are 2 of the characters in this story. So Corwin, the paladin of Amber. And I know that's confusing because Corwin is not a paladin. But then we have chapter 22. There's more than just this, but these are just the chapter titles that I think you might find interesting. So if you're familiar with A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, I'm assuming most people have heard of that play. This is my twist on it. A Prince of Amber in Sheila's Court is chapter 22. And then when we get to chapter 25, we have A Half-Wood Elf Goddess in Amber's Court. So that is my little thing that I'm doing here. I don't want to give anything away. I'm hoping it will pique your curiosity and that you will start to listen to my narration. You're going to have to start with this book, The Sacred Shrine in the Valley of Caves. It's all on my channel. It's all in a playlist. I'll put links to both playlists, book 1 and book 2, in the description below. Just click on that, and then you can click on it, and you can just listen. There's intro and outro music. There's background sounds background sounds for the most part. Book 1 is a blank screen as you're listening, other than the first. It's an introductory video. There's it's blank for about a minute and a half, and then there will be visuals for you. The rest of the book 1 is a blank screen. Book 2, I added visuals, so you have something to look at while you're listening. I recommend, well, no, you can't. Well, if you get the copy of it, I recommend you read it while listening, because that's what I did with this book. With the first 5 stories, Roger narrated the first 5. and it's on YouTube. Obviously, he did that before YouTube existed. I don't know who it is who put it on YouTube, but I would listen to him read this book while I read it, and it just made it so good to hear the author's fluctuations in his voice as he read. It really was neat. Now, he didn't do a lot of acting. He did a little. He did something like me. I didn't do much voice acting in this. I did a little. I do more in book 2 as I got a little better at it and started to develop certain characters. So I hope you will check out my story if you are a fan of Roger Zelazny's Chronicles of Amber. If you aren't and you like fantasy, this is the book you need to read. Trust me on this. All 5 books are short. They are under 200 pages. They are very easy to read. And it's I wouldn't say very, very easy. He's an amazing writer. So can't recommend it enough. Hope you check out my book, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.